fucking around with records like that, and just.
Let me ask you a question, Cat.
Yeah,
so,
go ahead.
like, you were a DJ first, right?
Drummer.
A drummer. And then you got into DJing, right? Or tell us your evolution. What is your evolution?
Drumming, pop locking, then DJing.
So how did all those formulate who we know as Battlecat now? One of the most legendary producers.
Say that question again. I'm gonna rephrase it again.
How did drumming, coming up from drumming, then pop locking, then DJing and producing? How did those three elements play a part in your production and who you became as a producer, as a music producer?
Well, the drumming was a blessing because, to keep the time in the syncopation and to being a percussionist, it helped a whole lot, being able to hold the rhythm and do transitions of different music and knowing how to keep the beat, especially with records that where if they didn't have a metronome clock and they just went on a count, some records are played where the tempo falls out of pocket. It's like they'll play a little bit ahead or they play a little bit behind the downbeat or the metronome. Being the drummer, being able to catch the speed, the variation of the speed helped a whole lot as a DJ and a drummer. It helped me like put things in the pocket that wasn't in the pocket. So that's how them two came together. Then with the art of sampling, I did the same, knowing from playing with variations of tempos as a drummer, because it's a vibe. You're going up and down. They might want to pick it up, or you might see hand signs. They'd be like, that mean, keep up with that, or they'll be like, slow it down. You could tell it's hand gestures from James Brown, or, which was the first, to me, expressing and teaching of being the MD. He just happened to be instrumental in doing that and showing people what that meant. 2 times breakdown, that's a command. Same way with Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band. So, and then when getting into sampling, that helped a whole lot because running across them samples that had them tempos going up and down, that means we had to come with another method to have every intricate part of the sample flow. So we would chop up the beat and get everything in between, boom, zin, zin, cat, before each downbeat of a sound going in and coming out. That helped a whole lot. And you heard people like Pete Rock and CL Smooth, or even before them, I want to say Run DMCs and producers and Rick Rubin and all them cats, and Herbie Lovebug and Marley Marl. I had to give it up to them cats and Public Enemy and them producers, which was Hank Shockley and his brother Keith. Seeing how and hearing how they get down, and then the brother on this side of the town who took that to another level with a different style of music, more aggressive and soulful at the same time. Kind of remind me still of a Hank Shockley and them, because they was on soul and funk for a long time in rock and roll, which inspired me as well to perfect the art of sampling and truncation and stuff like that. Of course, Dre, Pooh, Egyptian Lover, Bobcat, the LA Posse, DJ Slep, DJ Unknown. These are the cats that was before me doing their thing. Jinx too, even though I'm a little older, but he started before I did, as far as getting in, or maybe at the same time just got out before I did, but I've been doing it probably as long as him, but he got out first. So just to name a few people who I was inspired and driven in the art of producing and sampling, that helped a whole lot. And then being a dancer at the same time, you know, I always clubhouse with moms. You know, I call clubhouse because we wasn't in clubs. We were club in the living room, and seeing how they would groove to different music coming on and going off, Soul Train, American Bandstand. You know, all that helped to keep the crowd learn how to compose the music a certain way and know when to break and be instrumental with another instrument. That helped a whole lot. Seeing how people respond to different transition of music, and then becoming the DJ to the fullest in front of thousands of people and listeners who listen to K-Day. Me being the original K-Day Mixmaster, that helped a whole lot as well too, to see all the different nationalities and demographics of where the music was taking effect and place at. So to embody all that, you know, I just kept up with it because we had a place to go test out our demos, our first generation, first phases of what we was doing, or what we thought we was doing. That was dope, you know. So we had trial and error, like everyone who make music. So, but once you start seeing the benefits and the respect and the lives that you touch behind it, it helps a whole lot. So, just to sum it up, that's what it did for me, and that's when I started to take the name DJ Battlecat as Battlecat the producer, you know. So, you know, I didn't ever leave one out. It's still DJ Battlecat, you know, because as you see, this is the first foundation. You know, I got 12s too, but this is a whole nother level with it because I can do more than a steel turntable. You can't reverse a turntable unless you know how to take the cartridges out, turn it upside down, get you know, some tape, you know, that you would use about so much high, and we would put the needle on, and it's spinning. We would position it so that it won't warp. And once we did that, that's another way you can play a record backwards in case you want to sample something backwards. That's before we knew how to reverse a sound and stuff like that, you know. So it's amazing what the human body can do and how far we think with what we got, with little, you know. And I still think like that to this day. That's why you don't see a lot, because now technology then went to another level where we can self-contain it and control it even that much more. So.